everybody. Welcome to the Chucklers podcast. This is episode number 18. I don't know what goes well with 18.
18. You are a legal adult.
Yes.
Now.
This podcast has become a legal adult.
And that's all. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Nothing else.
Nothing else. And today we're doing it in video, so
if you
Paul's
haven't
home,
noticed.
which is why.
Yeah, I'm here.
Summertime. And the production quality is coming up slowly but surely.
Yeah.
Amanda got to see the behind the scenes.
Yeah. So this is the new set. We got a beautiful backdrop. We made this table. And
we did make the table.
Yeah, there's
in
a lot.
4 hours.
In 4 hours.
Yesterday.
Yeah, I'm bored. So yeah, yesterday. Recording this on May 6th. So
April 6th.
April 6th. We went back in time.
May 6th, exactly. Yeah. And this is a new studio. I guess do we want to explain the new setup here?
We got a table, we got chairs, and we got lights and cameras.
Yeah,
and
we got a couple lights and this backdrop, which I made by myself.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It wasn't intended for this, but I think it looks pretty good.
Looks pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's unique.
A little more edits to the set in general. Yeah. A little more changes to the sets in general, but then it'll look pretty smooth. It's a work in progress, these things.
Yeah.
But hey, all right, Paul. Do you know what segment comes up next? I think Amanda knows what segment comes up next.
We don't have to wait that long.
I know, right? Those are our sponsors.
Thank you, as always.
I just want to take a quick moment to look at you guys in the face when I say that our sponsors are the best thing that's ever happened to us.
We can't retain one for a very long time, but
yeah, they switch every week, but we always have them. So
yeah.
we're very
very
thankful.
Words.
I was gonna say fortunate, but did that work?
I was gonna
It's
go
the same
fortunate.
thing.
Fortunate.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Paul, tell us about the fact that you're home now. What's the plan, man?
What's the plan? We're probably gonna announce this, or I mean, like, I think we sort of kind of preluded to this 2 episodes ago, but we're just gonna be doing more summer content, right? So Omar, you're gonna be doing a vlog
Starting tomorrow. Which would be 5 days ago for when this gets posted.
Yeah, if this is Friday.
5 days ago.
And so it's been suggested to me to start a meta vlog.
Yes.
So just vlogging about Omar vlogging.
Have you ever heard of this, Amanda? Do you know what a meta vlog is? Paul, please explain it. It was so great.
All right, so Omar's gonna be vlogging, right? And so one of our friends suggested you should vlog about him vlogging.
Oh god.
So Omar's gonna be doing his thing, then I'm just gonna be in the background. It's like, hey, what's up, guys? It's the meta vlog. Omar's vlogging right now.
Oh god.
So let's just see what happens when he does his thing.
Oh my
and that's
God.
it. 20 minutes.
I think that's
20
hilarious.
minutes.
No,
No, it's not gonna be 20 minutes. Your vlogs are gonna be only a couple of minutes.
But
long.
that's such a tree chuckler thing to do. I feel like.
Yeah.
It's like this. It's just absurd, but it's worth it in somehow.
I think it's hilarious.
In terms of
Hilarious is stupid.
return on investments, right? In terms of time occupied, it's basically double the content for the same amount of time. So yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, and then we both become famous.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
What?
Why not?
Well, I mean, think about it. All of our 17 subscribers are going to know us.
Yeah.
Even more because of this vlog.
Yeah. Personal level.
But I mean, it's so... What are a couple of shows that we're thinking about coming up?
So
for all of our 17 subscribers.
This podcast is going to continue every week, as always. Fridays noon. Yeah, Fridays noon.
Friday noon.
So Omar's going to be doing his thing. Yeah. So I'm coming up with a couple of shows. Hopefully we'll get some episodes out before the end of the month. But the names are in progress, but I'm really proud of them. So the first one is going to be called Speakeasy. It's basically me and a couple people just talk about some more controversial things. Everyone remains anonymous except for me because I'm the host.
Like Spanish lasagna?
What?
It's very controversial. You guys have not heard of Spanish lasagna?
Spanish
we'll talk
lasagna.
about it on a different podcast.
Okay, wait. Okay, anyway. So yeah, that's Speakeasy. Gonna be bringing back, not really bringing back, I'm gonna be starting like some sort of technology podcast because a lot of the things here would go over, or a lot of things I could talk about here would go over some people's heads. So we'll have a podcast dedicated to all nerdy things, and then there's another show, but I can't think of it right now.
Speakeasy.
That I just said that.
Oh. I don't remember.
I'm trying to come up with the name. Yeah, there's a couple of them, but yeah, just more content, video content. But yeah,
I'm thinking about interviewing a person once a week and just going in depth. Maybe like the thing is I ask the same questions.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have a set like 5 or 6, and they're like broad, probably like life questions or something.
Oh,
like
remember
something
that,
philosophical.
Remember
like
that book that Paige showed us?
What book?
It was like a book of questions
to ask yourself every day or to answer every day.
Yeah, so like every day you answer it, and it has enough questions for 5 years. Well, it has enough questions for a year.
It's 365 questions, 5 different
spaces
to answer them, and so you see how you change every year.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
so you could use it
for 5 years.
Basically, so maybe something like that.
Yeah,
right. But except it's.
But then you would always have to find somebody.
Yeah,
True.
I mean,
like,
but I
only have so many coworkers.
Yeah.
Dude, I meet people all the time. That's
a lot of people you meet at work, and you work with them.
I know, but we're gonna branch out of that.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
maybe other coffee shops.
Other coffee shops. No.
Go visit the competitor coffee shop.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, that's what I'm thinking of doing, and then, I mean, I want to be able to finish a book every 2 weeks, which is not. I feel like that's actually a long time to finish a book.
I mean, you could do a book on tape.
A book on but I want to read it.
I mean, I finished.
I want that bookcase to be filled.
I finished Wuthering Heights in 8 hours.
Wuthering?
Wuthering. Yeah, it's Wuthering.
What is Wuthering Heights about?
I don't really remember. It's basically like English countryside. This one guy comes back after being like cast away from like the family sort of thing, and he just. Ah, man, I read it a long time ago. I listened to it a long time ago. It was one of those like AP like literature books, so I didn't.
Then I guess I didn't read it. I thought it was something else. I've always had this. I've always thought about this one book. It was about this girl who gets married to like I think 2 or 3 different dudes. The first one wasn't by choice. She was a countryside girl, a black woman. I guess that's what mattered. No, I don't think that's what mattered. But I think they made a big point about the race. So she married the first dude. He was really nice, but then he made her work a lot, and he was really old. And then she dumped him because whatever, she was unhappy, and I guess the relationship was just horrible. And then she meets like a really nice dude. They move out to Florida. They kind of start a town. Or become like big figures in the town where like the dude becomes the mayor or something.
Hey, congrats.
Something like that. I don't know if it was exactly like that, but he gets bit by like a rabid dog or something, and then he goes crazy. And he's a lot younger than her. Oh, she did marry 3 dudes.
Wait,
no,
what?
does it not ring a bell?
No, not at all.
If anybody knows what I'm talking about, please let me know.
Leave a comment in this
because it was a really good book.
Was this required for class?
Yeah, it was required for class.
Oh man, I feel like
what class?
Yeah.
For English. What?
Well, like in high school.
In high school, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't remember that.
The standard like honors English.
I don't remember.
That's
that.
weird.
Huh? Oh yeah, we all went to the same high school.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
why.
yeah.
I'm
Everyone
like,
here.
why don't I remember
Throwback.
that?
No man. Okay. Well, hey, whatever. But yeah, the book club, I guess. The tree club.
The tree
book.
The tree. We should just put for all the show names. We should just put tree or chuckle in it.
Book chuckles.
Chuckle
around the book.
Weird.
Chuckle around the book.
No, that's weird now. Haha, chuckling around a book.
Yeah, because it was a great book.
I guess like the name of this whole group is kind of absurd in the first place.
We did talk about it in the first one.
Yeah.
But do we want to go over it again now that it's episode 18?
Yeah, we
adults?
have 17 more subscribers than previously. 17 more people need to know about the origins of our name. So.
Do you know the origins of our name?
I think you told me, but I don't.
The entire ordeal lasted less than 5 minutes.
I'll let Paul describe it using the word sandwich. Wait, no.
Word sandwich.
No, never mind. Never mind.
Was that like a
no?
like
that
like
was
improv?
that was sandwich night.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Different
That was
story.
That's a different story.
Different
I
story.
was gonna say like sandwiches. Wait a minute. Okay, so occasionally, or this is freshman year at university, right? And so fresh out of high school, everyone's still talking to each other, right? And we video chatted semi regularly. You know, I think this is towards the end of winter semester, like first semester. I feel like. Cause we
Yeah, it was just before Christmas.
Yeah, like a little bit before Christmas, and so I video called Omar, right? One of the first things that he said to me, like as soon as he answered, was like hey Paul, wanna chuckle around a tree? And I'm like, what the hell does that mean? It was a very confusing thing, cause like it doesn't imply any sort of specific activity. Right? And then
it's more of a reaction to something.
Yeah, it's like want to chuckle around a tree, or you know, and stuff like that. And so I think we just rolled with it.
We just kept saying it. Like I couldn't stop laughing. It was one of those nights where I just couldn't stop laughing about something, and then I sent it to everybody in the group chat.
Yeah, we changed the name of the group chat to Tree Chucklers. Found like an image of a
tree that was laughing.
Yeah, and then that was it.
And it really stuck. People liked it.
Yeah, I think people just accepted it. It was just like I don't have any other alternative, so it sounds pretty good.
Yeah, because I guess before that, what was the name before that?
I think it had to do with Paige.
Paige something.
Yeah, I don't think we
Something
can say it
Paige.
on this podcast, but I think she knows. Maybe.
Who knows?
It was such a long time ago, and it's been Tree Chucklers ever since.
Yeah.
So like for almost 3 years, more than 3 years.
Almost 4 years. 4 years. It'll be almost 4 years.
No, because it was freshman year of
it'll
college.
be almost 4 years this winter.
Wow.
It'll be 4 years this
Wow.
winter. Yeah. 5-year reunion coming up in a year. 5-year reunion.
Oh man.
Is that a thing?
No.
No.
I mean, I don't know. You can make
our valedictorian posted on our Facebook page. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so we're on the topic of high school reunions now.
We're gonna throw back to that. I mean, I would go if I could show off something, right?
This podcast.
Yeah, just like I'll just hand out like QR codes, like hey, subscribe.
Subscribe,
So, like, yeah.
Just do it.
So like we could do that.
Roll up in a Tree Chucklers tracksuit.
Tracksuit. That's the first thing. I thought you were gonna. You know how Deadmau5, like he has like a neon cat Lamborghini.
Are you talking about Deadmau 5?
Deadmau 5.
Yeah.
So Deadmau5, he has a Lamborghini that like the paint job is neon cat and so, all that stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Cool.
But okay.
I mean, like he's rich enough to do it. So I thought you were gonna go the direction of like we just roll
Pull
up
in a car.
No, well, like it'd be funny if it was like a sports car, but if we
roll up in like a Prius.
Honda, or like a Prius, like with like our own branding is like, oh, that's kind of sad. You know? It's like, you know.
I want to get our logo on so many things.
Do you want it on this table?
I want it on this table. I want it on the back wall. I want it on shirts. We do have shirts, but I want it put better on shirts.
Why don't you? Oh, you have the thing.
Eventually, when people come on, we'll be giving them a shirt.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a thing.
You just have to bring it the shirt first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll press it for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like you bring a shirt, we'll press it for you.
Yeah. For free, basically.
For free.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess you take the time to be on this podcast.
Yeah. Time is money. But yeah. So 5-year reunion. I would go to that only if I could like show off something. So
what would you show off?
I mean, like if
that
I have
people
a nice
would care
job.
about.
No, like maybe not like a material thing, but if someone asks me about my job, I'm not gonna say like, oh, I work at you know, I work as a janitor or something like that. It's like, oh, well, I thought you went to school for engineering. It's like, yeah, I did. You know? So you know,
I'm just thinking like material wise. If somebody came and like we see them, we haven't seen them in 10 years, and like, yo, dude. So what's 10 years been like? Like I got this watch, dog.
Just this watch, yeah.
It's a
That's what I did
Rolex.
in my opinion.
I'm actually bankrupt right now. This watch is literally all I have.
Yeah.
No, you know, so like I want to be in a good position, so then like I can like low key stunt on people. You know, it's like, hey, Paul.
What would you do? What would you do if like? I guess not. What would you do? But how would you feel? Who would you talk to?
Oh man.
I don't know if
Would
I
you
would
even
go.
go?
Yeah, I don't know if I would even go to a 5-year reunion.
Oh no, 10. 5 years.
Oh.
I haven't.
Ooh.
5 years are not a thing.
10-year reunion
Is a thing.
Yeah, I would probably go. Maybe. I mean, it depends on where I'm at in my life.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess if you're chilling in like
the Hollywood
Thailand
Hills.
with billions of dollars, I guess you wouldn't go. Or would you?
I would go, but just to like again, stone top.
As Drake said, I should go to my reunion so that I can make them go through security.
It's like, oh, what's all the security?
That wasn't the exact lyric, but it's the same thing.
That would be a great way to show off to people. You're
yeah.
so important that you require security at every event that you go to.
Or you did something bad and you require
yeah, he's a felon actually. So like everyone, you better come in like strapped, just in case.
Be careful.
Yeah, that'd be kind of funny. But
my middle name's Wild.
Omar Wild Garcia. That's kind of lame.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the ASMR Wild channel, and today we're gonna be talking about wild things.
I don't think the ASMR works as well
no,
because there's a camera right there.
I know, it doesn't work. It's so awkward.
Now we're just like slowly whispering into the microphone. You can totally see me.
So I'm gonna start cutting Paul's hair.
No. Oh man. Oh, we can do so many more live things now.
We could do so many more live things. We have to think about it. We have to be actors now.
Do you guys watch other? Do you guys listen to other podcasts besides this one?
I listen every now and then to this Daily Boost. Daily Boost.
What's it about?
It's a 10-minute podcast.
Oh, wow.
On like just something to inspire you to do better for your day.
Hey, nice.
Either 3 ways to like get happier, or 5 ways to, I don't know, small things. 5 ways to learn new skills quickly. I don't know.
Yeah,
something.
Kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Something just to boost your life.
Daily
Boost.
I've been watching Good Mythical Morning by Rhett and Link. I basically watch it for some of the segments.
The Breakfast Club?
Good Mythical Morning.
Oh, Good Mythical Morning.
Yeah. Is Breakfast Club a podcast?
By them, I believe. If not, Breakfast something. It's something breakfast or
anyway.
Breakfast something.
So they have a whole bunch of segments on their show, and one of them is basically they just put stuff on a shelf, like sometimes in something. So we put what's it called, like a hamburger in Coke and left it there for a month. It's oddly interesting, right? Just because you see that's what a hamburger would look like.
What did it look like?
It was it kind of disintegrated.
Yeah, I figured, right?
Yeah, but then they also put things in salt for a month. Why?
Salt was the OG refrigerator.
Yeah, yeah, preservative. But they put a hot dog in salt, and it was actually kind of gross.
It was a dried up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was probably really wrinkly and dried up.
Actually, no, it kind of bloated.
Bloated?
I think it's because it was a fake hot dog, right? It wasn't a legit one where it had
what
a.
What is a fake?
It wasn't 100% like beef.
Yeah, it was
99% beef.
Yeah.
And it bloated. Then 1% bloated.
Yeah, it's the 1%. No, it was one that it doesn't have a skin. It's basically just entirely ground up, whatever
beef.
filler and stuff like that. Beef. But yeah, it's just interesting. It's I did not know that I needed to see what certain things looked like after a month preserved and other things.
Well, I always wish that they had I think somebody else must have done this by now, but remember that video where they kept McDonald's food in a container for
That's what I
month?
thought about instantly when you started talking about that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody else has actually done it and left it for a lot longer than they could have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's
Can we look this up? All right, you guys keep talking. I'll look this up.
Okay.
That kind of. There's so many preservatives in food nowadays.
Yeah.
With the McDonald's thing, it could have. I wouldn't be surprised if the fries lasted a month or two.
Oh, I wouldn't either. Yeah. That stuff is so gross.
Yeah, I'm trying to eat fresh now, but I can't. I can't.
Do you eat at Subway?
No. Subway has some pretty bad stuff too. We'll splice in this video. Forever here.
So that's the original. This is the original.
Oh,
one.
this is Super Size Me.
This is a Super Size Me.
Well,
guy?
this is the guy that did Super Size Me. I saw that documentary.
4, 5, 6, 7 months. So in here, we've got my favorite right there, the Big Mac.
Oh, Jesus.
So
All right, we can't play all this. But holy
Yeah.
crap.
So
Yeah,
they
that
left
was
it
the
in
original. But I guess somebody
jar.
threw it out because it was in an office. But apparently this guy kept a burger for 14 years.
But we've all looked at our refrigerator, maybe found something spoiled or green or moldy in the back. Well, how about reaching into your coat pocket
some things
and finding an
sound
old hamburger
disgusting,
that's
like
14 years old?
after
It really
like a
happened to
day,
man in
Yeah.
Southern
overnight.
Most things are
Landing in
disgusting
Robinson,
after.
Georgia,
Yeah.
more on this
It's like any
amazing
sandwich is
preservation
basically
story,
like
and, let's start with
like
the first
kind of a
basic
loss.
question. Why was this hamburger in the guy's coat pocket?
Coat pocket.
Coat pocket?
Oh, wait.
Well, this guy did. and
Some guy in
it was
Utah.
because he was doing a presentation
Dang it, Utah.
selling a dietary
I guess here,
supplement,
let's
and then
let's.
he
Why is Bill
done,
Clinton in
wrapped
this
the hamburger
image?
back up in its wrapper in the bag and put it in its pocket, and that's where it stayed for a good long time.
He left it.
Does it show him taking it? Oh, it doesn't show him taking it
Moved
out.
to St. George, where the coat sat in this closet for years. I thought there'd be some.
Who puts? First of all,
Why do you just put a hamburger
In
in
your
your pocket?
pocket?
Yeah. Second of all,
It's like, well, okay, I put.
second of all, why do you put a hamburger in your pocket
Yeah.
and leave it in the closet?
Oh, I'll save this for later, and then you like never retrieve it.
yeah, do you forget?
Jeez, man. I mean, I put food in like my jacket pockets, but it's like it's hot, and you notice like, oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you know that it's there.
yeah, that looks disgusting.
Oh my god, it's like growing green
It's
hair.
not. It doesn't look as bad as I thought it would,
Yeah, but
which
it's
is
still
kind of
dis-
disgusting.
Oh,
yeah, that's actually like
gross.
straight up Grammy right there.
Oh,
That's all like the fat in the
That is
patty.
disgusting.
just disintegrating.
Yeah, it like seeped in and then like solidified.
Oh yeah, because fat is back. Too. Oh, everything's back.
Fat is just fat.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Fat is just fat.
Mhm.
Fat is fat, bro.
Fat is fat.
Ugh.
Yeah.
All right, we're done with this.
Yeah. No more looking at
Okay.
like things way past.
That was a little more than what I
Yeah.
wanted to say.
Yeah.
Jesus. No.
So what's your summer looking like? Words.
Just more school and more work.
More
and
school, more work. You're doing summer
festivals.
class?
I'm doing summer class.
See,
Ooh.
Yeah.
I was fortunate enough that I my plans have followed through. I started doing summer classes since the summer after junior year of high school, and just doing it continuously, doing like 2 or 3 classes, and now I'm at a point where all I have to do is take my architecture classes, and that's it. I mean, obviously, if I need to have 12 credits to be a full student, I have to find a class, which is what I did this last semester. But now third year's coming up, and all my classes for architecture fill up my schedule, so
Nice.
super excited. And this summer, that's why we're trying to like do a lot, because I don't have any class. Bob, you don't have any classes this summer.
No, I mean I was sort of in the same situation, except
Right.
I just took a bunch of AP. So all the courses all the like the non-engineering
Yeah,
courses.
AP courses help too.
Yeah, like I just did those, or I had credit for those. So like, since going to Purdue, it was basically
Purdue.
just the required courses that weren't offered anywhere else. So I was in like a pretty good situation, but like I still have to take some like BS classes that they don't let you, take outside the school.
Well,
should
I
take
think
some of those too.
I think summer classes are just I don't get why they don't have more variety. Is it really just the demand? You
Yeah,
think?
part of it's demand, and also like the professors or like the grad students that are able to teach it, because it's like, well, if it's grad students, they might not be there, over the summer, right? So that limits it. Some professors go on like sabbatical and stuff like that, like traveling around, learning new things, and so, and also like you don't want to have the full campus like operational during the summer, because it's like it's such a waste of money. Almost no one is there. I think Purdue like during the summer session is only like 8,000 students. Regularly
That's
it's
a lot
40,000.
still.
Regularly
Well,
it's
yeah,
40,000.
yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
like
so it's-
very few people are there.
Yeah.
And like in each department, only
So,
a couple hundred. Maybe.
Your demand is cut in a quarter.
Demand
Demand is
and-
a quarter, but your expenses might not necessarily be cut in the same ratio.
Yeah, it's like if you have one class in a building, right? You have to maintain the entire building.
Jeez.
Which means paying people to clean the entire building.
Yeah.
You can't tell someone like, oh, just like worry about this one room. That doesn't happen.
I got a story for you. After this sneeze. And we're back.
Wow, that looks really bad on the way.
One of my first jobs ever. My first job ever, I think. was carpet cleaning.
Oh.
And it was in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the jobs that we did were either churches or schools. Schools were a big thing, and offices.
Mm-hmm.
But the schools, oh man, the schools. We had I just remember this because we talked about maintenance.
Yeah.
They had all the desks and everything. We had to move stuff around like crazy. They piled it all up for us, but we couldn't get certain things in and out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to move stuff around. So 12-hour shifts.
Oh my god.
Not necessarily every day, although it was pretty often. I have to wake up at like 2, 3 a.m. and then get to work. Yeah.
Okay.
Get to work at 4. So it's kind of what we're doing
kind
now
of
at
like,
this
yeah.
point, honestly. And then, yeah, just that 12-hour shift of just cleaning a carpet over and over.
Drove you insane, huh?
There's a little bit of PTSD in those eyes.
And if you accidentally let the liquid dry out, like finish up, and the inside of it was dry, you'd have to put this primer in it again, and it was a waste. And the guy who I worked for, he'd get upset because we're wasting the primer, because you should know how much you have in there roughly. Yeah, I learned a lot though.
Thank you for your service.
Thanks, Nick.
Yeah.
Man, yeah,
Have you what jobs? What was your first job? What was your first job?
technically my first job was studio manager, and I got to dictate my own hours. Dictate my own hours, what I had to do, right? And when I got to like leave and enter. So it was the
job.
best job ever,
Yeah.
because it was basically like just make sure that your studio is good, and like maybe 6 people over the summer used it, and so I was paid to just like maintain it. I had to do some back end stuff, like do inventory, but that was just like on an as needed basis.
Why did you leave?
Oh, it was over the summer.
Oh,
I did for two semesters, so over the summer and then fall, and then
Okay.
my schedule changed, so then it wouldn't really be practical to do that during the school year, because like I'd have so few consecutive hours. So I was just like, yeah, I feel bad for taking money from you.
Yeah.
So
What was
So
your
I'm just
first
gonna
job?
not-
yeah.
I was a hostess.
Where?
I have.
Oh yeah, you told
Yeah,
me about
it
this.
was great.
Any crazy stories?
Not really many. No, because I was only working there on the weekends.
Oh.
Yeah, because I was just there in the morning because they didn't need a hostess at night. It wasn't that busy.
But this was like the beginning of how long did you work there?
I only worked there for like 3 months, but it was the summer of junior year before senior year.
Oh,
And then I quit
okay.
that job for babysitting. Yeah.
No crazy, not one, nothing. Really?
I mean, there was like a really stupid time. I was 16 when I had the job, and this lady like asked me how old my kids were, and I was like,
Oh, man.
I'm 16.
That's like a double.
What, babe?
That's
Maybe-
a double burn right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say like maybe she was trying to
Jeez.
get into you.
Yeah. Oh my
It
god.
was weird.
How old are your kids? Like, man.
Yeah, I was like,
I think another bad burn would be like, oh, when are you expecting? Like,
yeah,
if you tell that to a woman,
It's kind
that
of
happened to my
wow.
friend. Yeah.
Man,
Dude, is everybody getting pregnant?
I'm not. Are you?
We'll have to answer that one later.
Yeah. Tune in next time.
The next time, yeah. No,
Yeah.
because I'm working with originally 3 pregnant ladies, right? The one of them
that's
already
right.
left. I think she already had a kid. Beautiful looking kid, by the way, Katie. I have then 2 other. My manager's pregnant, and the shift manager's pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, what the hell? My uncle's pregnant. Like, not my uncle.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
Your uncle's pregnant.
You know, and like 2 other people that like a lot of people are making babies,
I'm
Dang,
doing
dude.
7 months.
and I'm not sure if I should join the bandwagon or not at the age of 20.
Yeah.
Do you
No.
do you feel that way sometimes?
Well, me personally, I'm not ready to. Well, one, I'm single, so that would be very difficult to get pregnant.
That'd be really bad. Huh?
Yeah, if I got pregnant right now,
If you got pregnant,
yeah,
dude.
it'd be insane. It's like, oh man, I don't know how to
Can't
be a
even
good
say
mother.
the phrase. My man had 2 jobs.
But yeah, I'm definitely not ready to have kids. I can barely
Dude,
take care of myself.
Just kidding. We're not gonna have kids anytime soon.
No, yeah, but I'm saying like for the sake of conversation.
Paul's really thinking about it. He's
Paul's
just
like,
I
he's been on
I
this
mean,
speech.
I mean, like I really feel that our relationship like might be getting to that point, you know.
April Fool's all over again.
Oh man.
Oh, that's a great story.
We should have done that for the April Fool's podcast.
What did we have an April Fool's podcast?
I think it. Oh wait, no, it was during spring break, so we did it right after. I think that's how the dates worked out.
Yes.
Because I was in Colorado, so we couldn't record it for April Fool's.
Someone was in Colorado.
Yeah, I was in Colorado. Jared was in Colorado too. Yeah.
J-Ron, what up?
J-Ron.
J-Red. Sorry, J-Red.
Jar-Ed.
Jar-Ed.
That's actually the way that I remembered Jared's name was we had like a home.
You didn't remember it by its face?
No, I mean like I know what he looked like, but then like the way that I remembered like his name, right? We had a home econ class together or whatever that class was in middle school, and he was like, "Hey, my name's Jared," and then he wrote, wrote.
That's how Jared greets people.
No, like just like an introduction.
Jared, if you're still watching this is what Paul remembers you say it to.
This is a very general way of doing it, but basically he drew a jar, right, with the word Ed on it, with the name Ed on it. And he was like, "Oh, this is my name, Jar Ed." And I'm like, "That's true." all right. And then yeah, so now whenever someone says Jared or Jar Ed,
he should have drew a jar and then Ed from Ed, and Eddie. That would
have been hilarious.
That would have been better.
Yeah.
That would have been a better story.
Whenever someone says like Jared in like a weird way, I remember Jar Ed.
Let's talk about Paulford.
I don't know. How did you get that nickname?
From Ramiz.
How did he get it?
I don't. Didn't he make it up?
No, that was from my sister. No,
I
that was
probably
from
heard
like
your
my
sister.
cousins.
Oh.
Oh man, it's such a weird nickname.
Paulford.
It's like where does
like
all right?
Isn't it nice?
Paulford.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's like
Yes.
all right. First half of it, Paul makes sense. Ford, where'd you get that from? It's like what part of me screams Ford? You know, it doesn't.
It just works.
It's not even something like Bobby.
Name
where
your
it's like
kid.
you just
For those who are getting pregnant, consider the name Paulford.
please
really
don't.
do.
No, I feel so sorry for them. You were this close to having like a regular name. Yeah,
It's worth it.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
definitely not.
Just so you know that if Paul ever meets somebody named Paulford, he knows where that came from.
It's man.
There's no way that's a real
I want
name.
to Google
Yeah, there's no
now
way.
to see if anyone actually is named Paulford. Let's do it. But yeah, I've had a couple of nicknames. Like most of them were like super low effort, like Paulo or Pauly B. Well, Pauly, I call if someone needs to give me a nickname, I tell them like, oh, just call me DJ Pauly B.
DJ
A couple of people have taken that up.
Purdue Paul.
Purdue Paul. Oh, that's a great story. Oh man,
Oh, we've told that story, haven't we?
I think we hit it. We have.
You guys know Purdue Paul.
See, here Paulford is like
2 words.
yeah, it's like a first name last name.
Well, he
type
was
of
an American
business.
actor who came to specialize in authority figures whose ineptitude and pompous demeanor were played for comic effect, notably as Mayor Shin in The Music Man and as Colonel John T. Hall in The Phil Silvers Show. Unfortunately, he is no longer with us. He died in 1976.
GG Paulford.
GG.
You died?
Oh, you're using DuckDuckGo. I think we talked about that like a podcast ago. I think that was 17.
That wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to find out which episode we talked about that on, you're gonna have to listen to all of them. Anyway, back to this.
Amanda, we have a couple of questions for you.
Okay.
Oh man.
Do you not
Yeah,
have
is it
questions?
No, my phone's over there. I have all this
Brenda,
stuff.
can you grab her Paul's phone?
Oh man. I mean,
We're moving up in the world. We have a helper now.
oh yeah, we have a behind
An
the
unpaid
scenes.
intern.
Unpaid. If you would like to have an internship at Tree Chucklers,
Please email us. Link below.
Are we an Inc. organization? Productions?
Are we a content hub? Are we a publication?
We are a 501c3.
We are a 501c3.
I don't
no,
think
no.
any-
Is it a C3 or is it a C7?
I think C3 is like a service organization, and I think like a D is just like an educational thing.
Whatever the educational one is, we're gonna get that.
Yeah,
So we're
because
gonna be
we're
official.
giving everyone information.
Very
Stuff like
important.
that.
You got to know your
Here's about
501cs.
one.
There's different kinds. There's 501c3, which is the standard one for most things.
All right.
But then there are other ones like 501c3, 4s,
over there.
501c5s.
Yeah, there's a whole list.
501. I think you're talking about a 501c7. I remember that in numbers. Number 7's also my
C-
favorite number, so I might be biased.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're a little
C3.
biased.
C3, I think in general is a charity, and then D is like the letters after that.
Actually?
like a different type of charity. So I think we're 501c7.
Technically, I lied. My favorite number is 25.
It's 25.
Just to set the
Can you
record
point to
straight.
something over there? 25? Where
are we going with
What's
this?
happening?
Oh,
You're gonna ask questions,
question.
Paul.
That's right.
So, for both of you, you can answer whenever you would, whatever order you would like. When have you exacted revenge on someone?
I did today.
Today?
Yeah, all the time.
Yesterday.
Yesterday? I was with you yesterday. Wait a minute.
But I'll let Amanda go first.
Right. When
It
have
just
you
happens
exacted?
to me all the time at work. Like, if
Mm-hmm.
people piss me off, their drink is either decaf or extra hot
Mm-hmm.
or... What is the other one that I do?
Iced.
I can't even remember. No.
Oh,
Because then it's, like,
I got you. I
obviously
put in
wrong.
less ice
Different.
cubes.
Oh,
Less
wow,
ice
so-
cube or more ice
Yeah.
cubes.
This is not as cold as I suspected.
You want it light ice? Let me tell you, you
Yeah.
gotta have it just a little bit under normal.
Yeah.
So, revenge
That's what you do.
stories.
Who was it to? You don't want to say.
I don't even know. No, it's just like customers that piss me off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you have a specific story?
There's this, I mean, I guess I didn't really do anything like revenge worthy, but there was this lady that pissed me off the other day. She always orders her drink online,
Mm-hmm.
and she puts like light ice, but she expects us to know that it's literally only 5 ice cubes. And if you put more than 5 ice cubes, she will send it back. So I made it for her yesterday. There was 5 ice cubes in it, and she's like, "They made it with too much ice. Can you please remake it for me?" And I was like, okay. So I remade it decaf, obviously, and it was iced, so I couldn't make it extra hot. And then
You could have.
I mean,
what
then I
would
would have had to
happen-
remake it a third time.
What if you just took out a couple ice cubes?
Well, wait, I'm not done yet. That's originally what I was gonna do, but
Yeah.
then she like asked me specifically to remake it, so I was like, okay, I'll just remake it for her, so she doesn't keep complaining, because I wanted her to get out of my face.
Mm-hmm.
So I remake it. It's decaf, whatever. I give it to her, and she's like, "Oh, thank you, much better." But you didn't have to remake it. You could have just scooped out the ice. I was like, "You looked at me and you told me you wanted me to remake it for you, and you know that if I didn't remake it, you would have asked me to."
Jeez.
People piss me.
Did she keep it? Did you leave it?
She kept it and she left. Yeah.
Yep.
Wait.
Those are the people that
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, can I have your drink, please?
Yep. No.
Because no, you're not. No, that was a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, I did take it back from her, but I mean, like, she took the one.
Once
that I
again,
had
and like
remade.
that's the thing. It's like, look, we were happy to make. Well, some people aren't happy to remake the drinks,
we're happy.
but
to
we're
remake
It's
the
okay.
drink.
We mess up, but
Yeah.
pull stuff like that, we're not gonna trust it.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't give them.
I don't
free
give
drinks
people
unless I take it back.
if we accidentally make it like. If we make like an ice drink and we accidentally make it like with a normal amount of ice and they want it
Yeah.
light, I throw it out. I don't give it to them
Oh, really?
anymore. I don't care. I'm like, nope, sorry, people are ruining it for you.
Yeah.
We
I give
we
it
try
to
and be
them.
nice and give it to you and be like, hey, we're gonna dump it out. You know, do you want to
Yeah,
keep it
don't
while you
keep
wait?
it.
So yeah, sure. But some people will
Ask
make it and be
for
like,
it.
oh, it was actually supposed to be hot, and
Yeah.
then they get too like it's so dumb. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
Not cool. Not cool.
Not cool,
But, hey,
man.
hey, it is what it is, right?
So,
It is what it is.
so that's your.
That's your
So-
revenge.
I guess so. Yeah.
Just like exact it in like. You distribute the revenge, I guess.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like.
How is that revenge?
I mean, I have to be discreet about it because I'm a supervisor. I
You
can't
made it- you made it-
purposely like.
Yeah.
You
I
made
can't
it.
throw the
You
drink
made
at
it
her.
decaf
I made a decaf.
instead of normal.
Yeah.
So.
No, that was it.
I mean, good enough.
Yeah, there's a limit when
yeah,
it comes
there's
to
a
your
limit
job.
of what I can do.
Yeah. Although there is
Plus, yeah. Plus, I mean, this was at like 4:30 in the morning, so
Oh, jeez.
yeah. So
Oh,
she
man.
really needed that caffeine that she didn't get.
What about
It's
you?
placebo effect, though.
Nocebo
True.
effect.
Nocebo.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. The nocebo.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
But revenge.
But wait, but
There's a semantics thing going on with placebo versus nocebo, I think. But
is it okay?
Yeah.
My revenge story was a great one. It just happened yesterday.
Mhm.
Paul, the day before, I was talking about. I was telling him about my runs and how I'm doing hills now.
oh, okay.
And he's like, "Oh, do you still run 2 miles?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, you're gonna plateau." And I'm like, "No, I'm not, buddy." And he was telling me like, "Yeah, you're gonna plateau. Like that's why people who run 1 mile like run 6, so that the 1 mile feels like nothing, and they can sprint." And let me tell you, I woke up at 5:30 in the morning, before the time I told him that we were gonna start building this table at 6 a.m. Went for a What? Oh, I thought you were
I just
like,
referenced this table.
I thought you were hitting it as in like knock on wood.
It's barely one.
Yeah, right.
Anyway.
I went for my run. I ran the fastest 2 mile I had ever run. Ever. And that's extremely hard to do at such an early time.
Yeah.
Because your body's just getting used to it.
Yeah.
That was my revenge. I ran the fastest I've ever ran. And no. And then I walked up to him because he was still, he had just gotten up. And I showed him, and I'm like, don't you tell me that again.
That is like the least. That's like
Yeah.
It's revenge because I didn't hurt anybody and I made myself better, and that's really what you got to do. You don't have to hurt somebody else. You have to make yourself better and show them that you're better.
Snap.
What up?
That was like
deep.
That was not the story I was looking for. That's like okay. So there's a type of
that's
revenge.
my philosophy, dog.
There's a type of revenge called malicious compliance, right? So it's basically like if someone asks you to do something, right, but you think it's a stupid request to make, right? You do it anyway, but you do it so then it's more of a problem for them, but like they can't, do anything.
So like if somebody we make their coffee wrong and we didn't put in 3 ice cubes, we put in 4 on accident, and then we remake it, but we spend 5 minutes.
Yeah. Or
that never happens.
Like for example, if
well, you can. I have baristas that'll do that. Yeah.
Like sometimes I think this happens a lot with like artists that do commissions, right? Like for example, someone would say like, "Hey, I'd like you to make this art piece that it has this theme and stuff like that, and it has this text on it, right? And the text might be misspelled or something." And so you say like, "Hey, is like, can I, I think this is misspelled, right? Like I can change that for you because I can spell and stuff like that." And then if they're kind of a dick and they're like, "No, I know what I'm doing, just do it." Malicious compliance would be doing it exactly as they did it, knowing that they're gonna have to come back to you to get it fixed. So that's malicious compliance, which is a form of revenge. And I think it's the best form of revenge because it's like, I did exactly what you wanted, but I did exactly what you wanted. Your problem's bigger, and it's all your fault.
But see, how did you become a bigger person in that position?
Oh, you don't. But like sometimes you just exact revenge because it feels good. I mean, like for some situations where like you can't. I mean, I know like I'm mainly a good person.
Dude,
right? I don't need to justify that every single day. You know what they say?
Do others as they would do unto you.
Oh man.
That's why my revenge is better. Because it doesn't have to do with anybody.
I mean, I don't need to justify to myself that I'm a good person, like for every single action. I allow myself.
Dude, you're such a bad person for using this desk to put your not elbows on.
You're the worst kind of human.
You're putting your elbow on, straight up elbow.
As in you're not putting elbow.
Yeah, you're
Why
not.
would I?
By
put
the
my
way,
elbows
we do
on?
need to go-kart racing.
Okay.
Oh,
just
yes.
a quick side note: go-kart racing is the best.
Where are we doing this?
K1 speed.
Mm-hmm. So we were talking
revenge.
Oh, I was gonna say we were talking about the mall, right?
Revenge on the mall?
No, yeah, the revenge on the mall.
Yeah,
no,
we took you guys out of business.
Different topic, right? So you know how like the mall is kind of crap now.
Which mall?
Is it
the nearby?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I will never.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I was thinking like, oh, I like go-karting. Omar likes go-karting. Why not we just get K1 Racing to just buy the mall? Don't do anything to it, but just let people race in it.
Do enough to make it safe.
Oh yeah, make it safe.
You don't want
to
fly into glass and go onto the first floor in a second.
I think they always technically have had a plan, but there's actually like a plan for the building, so I don't know if anybody can buy it.
I mean, like 2 years ago they said like, oh, we're gonna put an ice rink in there. It's been like 3.
Yeah.
No
they originally had idea for like a quad, like an outdoor shopping center.
What happened to that? They scrapped it?
Now it's
like,
apartment complexes, I think.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that.
But I think a lot of people like signed a petition or something to not do that. I don't know. A lot of people didn't want that.
Why wouldn't you?
Because I think they were gonna make them like cheaper apartments, and a lot of people in the area didn't want that. That's what I heard. Yeah, because I don't know. Some people were like, "Well, we don't want to attract the wrong crowd" or something like that. That's the story that I heard.
It's like this is like
I heard.
Yeah, it's whatever. But I mean, I remember in even like elementary school, people were talking about like, oh, they should turn the mall into like a paintball arena or like an airsoft arena.
Yeah.
It's like just I think people have a fascination with like abandoned, like or like
Buildings,
abandoned buildings. You know.
It's true.
It's officially shut down.
It's been shut down. Yeah.
When was that article?
Since December 1st.
There was an entrance
Yeah.
like not in the front, but I guess in the back, and you could get in through like to the movie theater through there.
But that's it,
now
right?
you can't. No, they closed that off. So now you can only get in from the actual entrance of the movie theater, which the door is like kind of hidden, so it's really weird.
Yeah.
But it's like in the back by the Jewel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like only like the entrance stores.
Yeah, only the anchor stores, which I think it's only Von Mar now because Carson's is closing.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So Von
Oh,
Mar
man.
and the movie theater.
It's all going down.
Yeah, I don't
mean,
know how much longer Von Mar is gonna last, but
I really think that the best shopping experiences, I mean, online's pretty great, but I love small downtowns, like basically Geneva. It's like if there were Geneva stores for like all the things that I wanted to buy, I'll just shop there.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic shopping experience.
it is.
Yeah, it's cute.
I see their
I
2017
care a lot about how my
concept
shopping
plan.
looks.
Yeah.
So.
Summary of
You pay
development.
more for that though.
Yeah, which is why I buy online.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, buy it wholesale. You know, it's like things from $1 from China. It's like, oh, that's great.
Great.
You know,
Let's buy it. Let's buy 10.
the quad.
Yeah, the quad is what they were gonna do.
The new plan has demolished most of the structure with the exception of Von Mar, Carson's Classic Cinema, a small part of the mall section connecting Classic Cinema to the front.
Man,
Oh, so it's. Ooh.
that whole.
Yeah,
area
I was
is
gonna say,
nice.
isn't there a gym in there now?
There's a
Is
gym
there?
in there?
Yeah, people go to work out there.
No, people just go there to jog and stuff.
Yeah, well, there used to
like-
be a bunch of people that would go in there and walk around, but I don't know if they're. I don't
That
think
is-
they can get in anymore.
That is such a suburban thing to do.
What is
Right, to walk
to
around.
Like, yeah, to
Um,
take a jog in a mall.
Mhm.
You know, it's like why do that?
Why would you? Yeah.
I guess like
run
in the
outside.
winter, like that's a good
Yeah,
idea,
in the
but
winter.
it's weird. It's so stuffy inside.
Yeah, I know.
Like I can't even run inside the gym, like on a treadmill. It's like
Jesus,
here.
but the theater upgraded. What?
Upgrades-
Yeah, the
Wait a
theater.
minute, are those leather seats?
Oh yeah, they recline now. They're
They
What is
secured a
going on?
long-term lease guaranteeing the movie theater a home through 2042.
2042.
Oh, wow.
How are
Wait,
they
no.
going to get anything
Securing
done?
a home, that doesn't necessarily mean that's gonna be in the mall. It might be like, oh, like you guys will have a space, right? Like whatever company like owns the mall. It's like you guys will have a space. It might not be here, but like we'll guarantee that you have someplace to go. Those seats look pretty legit.
They're
That's like
really awesome.
that's almost like AMC movie theater.
I
Like,
haven't gone there in
they're
years.
nice. I went like maybe 3 weeks ago, and it was pretty nice.
I'm so far behind on movies. Like I have a whole bunch of. Wait, that's the entrance?
Yeah,
What
that's
the
not
heck?
But you see,
That's the only
So
entrance.
yeah, but there's this big wall, and then there's another big wall on the other side. So you can't really see it when you're parking. You have to walk up to it. But that's the entrance.
So many
That's the
things
only
change
entrance.
over
The
to
only
school.
entrance to it, yeah.
That's stupid.
That's so creepy.
Yeah. But yeah, movies. So, a lot of people are talking to me. It's like, oh, Paul, have you seen Infinity War? It's like, no, I haven't seen like any of the past 3 Avengers movies because I'm a poor college student, and it's also it's like 15 minutes to walk to the theater, so it's pretty bad. But man,
Jesus, dude, this whole thing is messed up.
I think it's so sad watching your hometown just slowly become
More
That's
terrible.
Not your
More
hometown, your mall. You talking about hometown?
no, I remember
St. Charles is
There's like a
thriving,
couple-
dog.
It's getting better, yeah.
Yeah.
They're
but like
building
for a
stuff.
period there was a time when like a lot of stores were closing.
Yeah.
Like in the
We get it called the
Like across-
recession.
oh yeah, that's true. But during the
True.
recession, it was kind of bad.
We were
Like,
young,
that's
so we
the
didn't
point.
really know.
Yeah. So you just saw a whole bunch of stores closing.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else to add to this? We are coming up to the hour.
Not really. I mean,
Getting
This
there.
is the first time with the video, so it's going to be a little wonky.
Yeah. It's a little weird. I haven't been looking at all.
But Amanda,
I've been referencing it a couple
Oh.
of times.
Yeah, I'm like sometimes, but
thank you for coming again.
yeah.
Amanda was the first guest to come back onto the show.
Yeah.
I mean, she's so busy all the time with work and school, so I'm glad that you were able to schedule some time with us.
Me too.
Yeah. This is pretty good.
Right? Not too bad. Thank you to Brenda for helping us out with the production here.
Yeah.
And like we said, we'll eventually get this up and running for good. We'll have all the production set up really well.
Yeah. We are both the producers of the show and the set designers.
Yeah.
And the editors.
That's a work in progress. And then look out for that daily vlog, which I'm assuming is already gone for 5 days. Which thank you to future Omar, which you're looking at in the past. So this is past Omar talking to future Omar. Thank you.
Timey-wimey stuff. It gets weird.
Yeah. All right, guys. This has been the Tree Chucklers podcast, episode number 18. It's been 18, man.
18.
18. We're legal adults.
Yeah.
Kinda.
That's pretty good.
Right.
Yep.
And we'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to check out our website. Don't forget to check out the blogs, the vlog, the wog.
The cog, the dog.
The dog. Don't forget to check out the dog.
Check out the dog.
And we'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much.
Happy birthday, everyone.